Yo, what's good everybody? So welcome back to another pre-market breakdown. So new week, new trading opportunities, and like always, we are here to break down the best setups for the beginning of the week. So let's start it off. Starting off, we have NZD CAD, and as you all can see, we recently just broke out of the lower high, switching this bearish trend to now being a bullish trend. We have this higher low being here, and we do have that recent zone that price has just broken out. So I am looking for price to come back down, have that retest before we have the continuation back towards the upside. So we can just leave this on waiting on the daily time frame, or truly, I'm gonna put not ready yet. Next is USD CHF. You can see how we recently just broke out of the recent lower lows. Now just looking for price to form that retracement and then continue from there. If price has not formed any type of retracement back towards my zone, there's really no need to go into a further explanation on what there is to look for, because I simply cannot get there if price is not reading the first checkpoint within my own strategy. So USD CHF, we're still waiting for that pullback to get established back towards the recent broken structure before we can look on the second leg back down towards the downside. So we can leave this here. CAD JPY, you can obviously see we have that recent break, just looking for price to have the retracement, so we can obviously just leave that there. Same thing with USD JPY. AUD CAD, this is very ugly. Some people may call this one bearish move a retracement, but it's simply not a retracement because price did not form a sharp turn within the market. You can see when we're marking off these lower lows and lower highs how price is showing us sharp pivot turns or sharp points within the market to where we are able to mark off a retracement happening, right? But right here, this is not a sharp move, so you wouldn't count this as a pullback. You would simply just wait for price to actually form the pullback like we've done here, 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 and here, just using the previous data. Truly just waiting for a legitimate retracement to be established, and as of right now, we are not having that, so I can put this as not ready yet. Let's go to CHF JPY. This is the recent trade we took. Oh, this was the trade we took last week. You can see now how price just formed the breakout of those recent lows. So now we can go and mark this off as being our new lower high. And at the moment, price is just truly ugly. I would love to see a bigger move towards the downside before that retracement happens and then that continuation. Or I would like to see price give us a breaker structure of these recent lower highs, have that pullback, and then continuation, right? So simply just waiting for the break and retest from either our lower highs or these lower lows, so we can actually move this to waiting on the daily. Next is Euro JPY. Same thing, Euro JPY. We're waiting for the retest of the recent lower lows or the breakout of those recent lower highs. Euro USD, simply we are not ready. Yes, you can see how we broken out towards the upside, just simply not ready. Now, there's no point to look for a trade on this type of pair. Yes, price has formed the beautiful breakout of our recent higher highs. Price is now attempting to form that retracement. I would love to see another bearish candle close like so, giving us a deeper retracement off of this daily time frame. And if that was possible, you can see how the 4-hour is just really choppy. It's ugly, right? There's no point for me to go in depth with this because I would never try to force a trade out of this. I always say just wait for the cleaner structure. In this case, the cleaner structure will be the breakout of these recent highs, the retest in the continuation, or the breakout of these recent lows, the retest in continuation. That was all over the place. Something like this, and until something like this happens, I simply just won't be interested in this pair. This is what I mean by patience when it comes to looking for your setup within the market. You can possibly find your setups within ugly market structure, but that's where you start applying rules to your strategy that you shouldn't be doing in the first place, and really just setting yourself further back when it comes to profitability, right? Just be patient, wait for the clean structure, and attack the clean structure. So we can actually leave this there. Next, we have NZD USD. It's not ready, simply ugly. Let's draw out structure so you guys know what I mean. pullback, boom, boom, and boom. So you can obviously see the recent breakout of our higher highs happen here. We're still waiting for the retracement to be established, and some people would call this a retracement. Again, I wouldn't call this a retracement because it's not giving me a sharp turn like we've done here, 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 or here, right? If I'm dragging my tool, this is a cheat code that I use. As I'm dragging my tool, when I'm following the market structure, I want to go where market is taking me the opposite direction in a strong movement. And what do I mean by that, right? Let's start over here. So as we're drawing out this structure, we're going. Is this a sharp move? No. All right, I had an interruption, so I truly don't even know where I left off, but we're going to go where I remember leaving off. So using my tool, I'm following structure. Is this a sharp turn? No, this is not a sharp turn. We continue. Is this a sharp turn in the opposite direction? Yes. We follow. Sharp turn. Yes. Follow. Sharp turn. No. Follow. Sharp turn. No. Sharp turn. Yes. Sharp turn. Yes. Sharp turn. Yes. Sharp turn. Yes. I know this is very repetitive, but this is truly the easiest way to learn how to draw out market structure. This is how I use it. I'm showing you what's working. If you want to use it, again, it's up to you. I'm showing you what works. Simple. So again, following. Is this a sharp turn? No. Follow. And as you can see, price has not yet formed a clean retracement on this pair. So what do? We simply leave it as not ready yet, and we go to the next pair. This is the blessing about having all these pairs to choose from, all these different opportunities, because we are not just stuck with a few pairs. And if those pairs aren't ready, we simply just don't look at anything else, right? The more pairs we have on our charts means more opportunities that's possibly being formed, and we're able to capitalize. So on AUD USD, same thing. We're waiting for the retracement back down here. So I'll simply just go to the next one. GBP USD, ugly structure. We go to the next one. You can obviously see we're waiting for the breakout towards the upside or breakout towards the downside. USD CAD, same thing. Ugly. Nope. And nope. So really we have these top 5 pairs for this week. Right now we're waiting for USD CHF to form that retracement. If price can form some type of retracement, we'll probably find some type of trade. But right now you can see how price is in this downwards trend. Price has recently just broke out of these recent lower lows. Once price can form the retracement back towards this recent broken structure, that's when I would then go towards the 4-hour time frame to then find out where is a good zone where I can take this trade off of. On this 4-hour time frame, you can see clear as day how we are in this downwards trend, which is in sync with the daily time frame, which is good. The next thing will be for us to find an area of interest to take this trade. Until the daily has formed that retracement, I simply cannot look for areas of interest to take a trade from. Why? Because I wait for the daily to form the retracement, tap back into that zone. Once price is able to do that, that's when we go to the next step. Until price does that, we do not go to the next step. So USD CHF, we're still patient. Same thing with CAD JPY, same thing with USD JPY, CHF JPY, and Euro JPY. What I just caught too was our top, well, out of these top 5, we have 4 pairs is a JPY pair. So depending on what's going on with JPY throughout the week, we would possibly see some type of moves within the market. But how this week is looking, we possibly won't be looking at any opportunities. But again, it's not for me to say so. That's up to the Lord. And if the Lord does present us with opportunity, obviously, like always, we will catch that. But right now, simply just waiting for the daily to form some type of retracements. Until that is able to happen, we can't really go to that next step on breaking the rest of these pairs down. So right now, we do have these top 5s. Everything else, like you all know, is not ready just yet. Price does look good. I think my number 1 would be USD CHF CAD JPY. Let's see. So say if price does continue to push on the daily time frame on CAD JPY before we form this retracement, I would love to see a deeper push towards the downside before that retracement is established, just allowing us to see a clear breaker structure towards the downside and a clear retracement within the market. Once price does tap back into, this is when we will go towards the 4-hour time frame. And on this 4-hour time frame, you can see how we are trending bearish due to the break of structure. we had that new lower high. Price then had the retracement and then the second push back down towards the downside, again giving us another break of structure. So we can use this zone as an area of interest to take a trade from, but like we just talked about, we will have to still wait for the daily to form that retracement. But in this case, that will be playing out in our favor. Like I said, if price does have another extension down towards the downside, after that extension happens, we then look for the retracement. That retracement will be allowing the 4-hour time frame to have the retest of that recent broken structure, ultimately retesting the daily area of interest, retesting the 4-hour area of interest, and like you all know, allow the 15-minute time frame to slowly work its way back up towards this area. Once we tap back into, we wait for the next break of structure back down towards the downside before we find our positions. So CAD JPY is actually going to be my number one, because say if the daily time frame does continue to push lower, if the 4-hour time frame does not form any type of retracement before the daily time frame goes down a little bit further, this will just be allowing the 4-hour to have a deeper move towards the downside and then form the retracement back down, back towards that recent broken structure. But say if the 4-hour does something like this, and then the daily still has the continuation before the retracement, I simply just won't be looking for an entry, because as you can see how the 4-hour would be having the continuation, and then once the daily officially has that retracement, this will then have the break of structure of the 4-hour time frame, ultimately being out of sync with the daily time frame. And like I tell you, if my 4-hour is out of sync with the daily, I simply just don't trade that pair. So CAD JPY does look good, just gotta continue to be patient and see what happens throughout the week. USD JPY, I would USD JPY, let's say if the daily does start forming the pullback now, you can see how on the 4-hour, we recently just broke out of these 4-hour lower lows. So if the daily time frame does form the retracement, that will be giving us a break of structure, bearish, 4-hour going from bearish to then bullish and being out of sync. And like you all know, I won't trade it. So USD JPY is not actually going to be my number one. It's not even going to be a pair I'm interested in. CHF JPY, clear as day. We just need a cleaner break of structure towards the downside before price forms that retracement. So we're still waiting on that. Euro JPY, yes, we had the break. Yeah, I would like to see a deeper move towards the downside, establish a cleaner break, allowing us to actually see a cleaner break and use that to our advantage, then wait for the retracement back towards that recent broken structure. If that happens, this will be allowing the 4-hour time frame, as you all can see, ultimately give us a break of structure of these 4-hour higher lows, and then have the retest of that structure with continuation, so on and so forth, right? So Euro JPY, simply we just have to wait for a deeper move towards the downside with the retracement before we are looking for some type of continuation. So right now, truly, the number one pair would be CAD JPY. Like we just talked about, if price does have a deeper move, we will then just look for the pullback. This will be in sync with the 4-hour time frame, and we'll be looking for the 4-hour to do something like this with the pullback back towards the zone. Wait for the shift of structure like we just talked about on the 15-minute before we have the continuation back down towards the downside. So CAD JPY would be my number one for this week. So instead of us having top 5, we officially have our top 4, and we'll have to just see what the market does throughout the week to present us with a opportunity. Like always, I pray that you all continue to work on your craft, continue to put in the work that I know and you know that you are capable of doing, and keep going. Like nobody else is going to do it for you but you. Have the faith that it will work. Continue to believe in the Lord's work and his word, and let that lead you. I'm going to catch y'all later on. Let's see what happens throughout this week. I'm going to catch y'all with updates later on during the week, and let's see what takes place. Deuces.